you should use a password manager, and you should use KeePass Password Manager. So KeePass is a type of password database that is universal. There are so many different applications out there that run off of it. On desktop, I prefer to use the application called KeePass XC, but on Android, the best app around is KeePass DX. So it's open source, it's free. I'm going to show you how to set it up today. Alrighty then, let's get this logo. Whoa. Sorry guys, remove that. Okay, so here we are on my emulator. Let me get myself out of the way. I'll show you all how to operate this guy. Okay, first thing, go to your Play Store. We are going to search for KeePass. Here we go, KeePass. And whenever you pull up KeePass, you're going to see if there's a whole bunch of different applications. This one right here is the one that you want to use. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to install. So as soon as this thing's installed, I'll open it and I'm going to show you how to set up two different kinds of passwords. So we're going to set up just a regular one, and then we're also going to set up one that has something called TOTP, which is a multi-factor authentication. Like you get a time-sensitive code that you have to put in after you put in your password. All right, they have like these cool little features where they show you all the buttons and where to press. So we're going to go ahead and create a new one. I've already got one in here, but I am going to be putting this guy in my Google Drive because I want to be able to access it on other phones and other applications like my desktop. So we are going to call this tutorial 2. Now I'm going to put some underscores in there. You don't have to, but I like them. Okay. So there we go. Oh, I got to pick a folder. There we go. My drive, saved. There it is. So I am going to be using a password to secure this. And we are just going to use simple pass 123, and we are going to use simple pass 123, and that's my password. So there's a little bar indicator that is right here that is showing you that this is a really weak password. You should make your password long. You don't need to make it like all crazy complex. Just as long as it's long, has some numbers, has some symbols, and has some capital letters in it, you'll be good. Now, there's additional security stuff that you can go through and add. Like this right here is something that is called a key file. That is a special little file. You can actually use a photo if you wanted to for your key file. And if you don't have that file available, then the KeePass database will not open because it uses that file to encrypt your database. It's pretty cool. And then this down here is something called a hardware key. You've probably heard of a YubiKey before. You can use that with this application. All right. We have got our password in there. We're going to go ahead and press OK. What? Passwords do not match. What did I type in here? Simple pass 123. There we go. All right, they match. Okay, so it's going to ask if I want to use notifications. You definitely want to use notifications for this thing. This does not transmit any data or anything to a third party, by the way. You can actually get this inside of the F-Droid app store for Android, which is like a place where only open source stuff goes. So you can create folders. They call them groups. So I'm going to go ahead and create a group. We're just going to call this tutorial group. And this is just a way to keep stuff organized. And you can put tags on these. I'll show you what tags are here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and press OK. We are not going to be searching because we don't have anything in there yet. I'm going to open up tutorial group and I'm going to add a new entry. So I went ahead and I created some entries here. So this is just going to be TX tutorial and my username is txs.technician@gmail.com. And then in my password, it is also simple pass 123. And if you go to try to log in with this, by the way, you're not going to be able to get in because I'm changing it immediately. Technician.com. That is my website. Okay, and then I'm going to put in some tags. So tags are just a really fast way to be able to search for stuff. So like I know that this one is going to be used for tutorials. So if I wanted to search anything up that I use for a tutorial, I'm going to put the tag in there, tutorial. And let's see, I don't know, another tag. You can make tags whatever you want them to be. They're just ways to quickly sort through different things. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and press OK. We're good there. So now I have that one added. Now I am going to add one that has TOTP. Okay, I'm going to click here and add an entry, and this one is TX tutorial with TOTP. Okay, and my username is txs.technician plus TOTP at gmail.com. If you're curious about why I put a plus inside of there, email plussing is something that is supported by most major email providers. And TX, can't think and type at the same time. So anyway, the email plussing thing, if you needed to, you can, if you needed to like use a different email address for a login or something, you can put a plus after your regular name and then any word that you want after that, and it will count as a new email address, but it will still come to your email address whenever somebody sends to it. Okay, so I'm going to be setting up TOTP on this one by clicking this little button that's right down here. And if you are not familiar with how to set up TOTP, I'm going to show you this. So, boom. There we go. All right. So whenever you set up a multi-factor authentication password, they usually have like a QR code that you go through and scan. And in this case, I'm not going to be scanning a QR code. I'm going to be manually putting in the TOTP string. So if you take a look here, there's always going to be a little button that you can click that says cannot scan, and that'll provide the code for you. Okay, so I've already got that code copied. So I'm going to click on this button, and my secret, I'm just going to press that. There you are. I knew it was going to pop up. Let me make sure that that's the right one. Yep, that's it. Okay. Then I'll press OK. And if you're curious why it has all of this extra stuff inside of here, whenever these things get set up, it takes the metadata that you already have installed, and it tells you like what that TOTP goes to. All right. So now I'm going to click on save, and there we go. Okay, so there are some settings that you need to change in order to make KeePass work for you on Android. Like, we want to change this thing to being our default password deal. So click on the hamburger menu up here. We're going to click on that. We're going to go into settings, and right here where it says form filling, keyboard, autofill, clipboard, we're going to click on that guy, and we are going to come down here, and you can see where it says default autofill service. We're going to turn that on, and then it's going to take us to the correct menu, and we're going to select KeePass, and we are going to change it. And there it goes. So now we have KeePass set up. Now, there is something else that's really, really cool that comes with this. It's called the KeePass Magic Keyboard, and I'm going to show you guys how to use that in another video, okay? And click there, we'll go back. All right, let's go test this bad boy out. So I am going to head over to txtechnician.com. We're here. I'm going to click on my sign in button. Here we are, and I'm waiting for you to, there it goes. Okay. There we go, TX tutorial, boom, log in. And there it goes. Okay. So now it's autofilling. I'm going to go ahead and sign out, and I'm going to use the other one that has the TOTP setting. Okay, I'm going to go back to sign in, and we'll click here, our password. Come on, partner. There we go. And here is our TOTP, and we're going to click on login. All right. And then it's going to pop over to the TOTP deal. Now, with the Magic Keyboard, we can actually assign this web page to autofill the TOTP. But since we don't have the Magic Keyboard turned on right now, we need to go back into our database. And see, right there, I click it, it copies. And now I'm just going to go back over to here. And then we'll click here, paste it, and log in. All right. I hope that helps you guys. I have made a couple of other videos on how to use like KeePass XC. It's just a really, really awesome password database, and it's completely open source. By the way, if you find this thing useful, remember that these developers are doing this stuff for free. Like, everybody uses this thing, and there are a couple of companies that are behind it. But man, it really does help it out whenever you come in and you contribute to these people. So there's two ways to do it. You can either do a regular donation, set up Bitcoin, or you can just click on Google Play and they'll let you tip them for $10. So cool little deal. All right. You all have a great day.